Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer, and as you can see, we are in a different filming area. I was feeling festive, so I decided that I would film a makeup look in front of my tree. So here we are. This is going to be, hopefully, a very short video. But I wanted to pull out this palette, which is the Morphe Artistry Palette 39S. Let's see the glare. And I've had this palette. It's got the shadow protector with the names on it. But this is what it looks like. Now, I absolutely adore purples. Deep purples. Plum purples, if you would. Not necessarily the pastel-y cool tone purples. We all know I can't wear those. But, so I do want to play with this palette. I really have only just swatched it. And I've really only just swatched these. These center shades right here feel like ColourPop's Super Shock shadows to me. That's what it looks like, and I'll swatch it right there. Hopefully you guys can see it. A lot of these are more like toppers. So I'm going to try, get my brushes out of the way. I'm going to try to create a really pretty look for you guys. Put a little piece of tape there. There we go. Glasses off. I'm going to prime with my Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden. For the first shade that I go in, I think I'm going to start with this shade right here, which is called Super Swanky. So, I don't need my shadow shield because I don't have any base makeup on. So, we'll see how this Morphe does. I'm going to do one eye. Maybe we'll do a different look on the other eye. We'll see. I never know when I start these videos. 9 times out of 10, I just pick it and say, oh, I really want to try that. I think it just makes it more organic to me. Now, that's not to say that I don't at times pick up a palette and say, oh, I want to use that color. You know, I want to use that color or that color, because I do. But when I'm doing videos where I'm just doing them with a palette that I haven't used or that I haven't used in a while, that's what I typically do. I think I'm going to, actually, I'm going to use this purple. Can you see this one? And this one is in the shade Purple Majesty. And I'm just going to use a little bit because I don't know how it's going to look. I've never even swatched this. For full transparency, I don't want to say boycotted or canceled because I don't like those. I don't like those words, and I discussed it in another video regarding cancellation and you know, how do I word this? It was in the Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson conspiracy palette video where I talked about not jumping on the cancel bus because, you know, the people making the product, they depend on us. Jeffree Star was going to get money. He was not going to go broke by me or, you know, hundreds of thousands of people not using his product. It just wasn't going to happen. But he has employees. He has employees that need jobs, that need to put food on their family's table. So I looked at it like that. I didn't look at it as when I was purchasing these things or even recommending a product that you help that owner whose name is on the box get rich. It was the people behind the scenes, if you will. But with Morphe, and I did not publicly come out and make a stance against that by any means. However, now I'm going to go in with this shade, which is called Plums Up. That shade. I'm using the same brush, which is a Morphe brush. When the James Charles controversy came to light, I had actually just purchased the palette, the James Charles palette. Not one of the ones that, you know, stood in virtual line, regular line, whatever. It had been a while. The palette had been out for a while when I decided to buy it. Got it on sale, you know. Well, I had maybe used it once or twice. Wasn't impressed. I just wasn't. I was not impressed. And I think the bar for me with Morphe was set with the Jaclyn Hill palette. You know, lover, hater, be indifferent, whatever you may be. She had a phenomenal formula. I will give her that. I have purchased one thing from her cosmetics line, and that was the, I don't remember if it was before lipstick or lipstick date or whatever, but it was the, I think it was called the Flash Highlighter Palette. Beautiful, beautiful packaging. And I still have it in the box. Maybe I'll bring it out. It's not that I'm boycotting it, because I'm not. I just hadn't pulled it out. Now I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is Wine Not. Like, why not? But, so at any rate, when I saw everything coming out about James Charles and the allegations, and not even the by sister Tati deal, that, you know, that was terrible. But I am one that I want to hear if it comes out of your mouth, not hearsay, da 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 da. But when he admitted to inappropriate, what's the best way? Inappropriate communication with minors, that was it for me. He admitted it. I heard it with my own eyes. It, you know, I heard it with my own eyes. Saw it with my own eyes, heard it with my own ears. So that was my cue to say, I returned the palette, which, you know, was twofold. You know, I wasn't going to use it, and I damn sure won't going to use it after seeing. I'm just going back in with that deeper plum, that Why Not shade. I just was not for me. I think I'm going to actually put a little bit of that over here. Maybe make a spotlight eye. I chose to not support Morphe when they did not immediately drop him. They, you know, if they did come out with the statement, I don't remember. What I do remember is, I'm going to go back in and pick up that very first brown shade and just kind of blend that a little bit. When Morphe did not immediately pull every bit of his product from their lineup, pull them off the shelf, I was pretty much done with purchasing Morphe at that time. That was it. You know, yes, I commend you for finally doing the right thing. But in my opinion, it took too long. It just took too long. And pop a little bit of this one in the center. We'll try it with the brush first. And I had asked Hannah, you know, I said, hey, honey, so I got you I had bought her the mini James Charles because she had saw mine. She was still living at home, I do believe, or close enough to home to know what I had. And she had asked me for that palette. And I said, well, we'll see. Maybe, you know, maybe I'll get it to you for Christmas. And, well, that's just showing up just about the same color. It's a pretty color, but not for what I want the look to be. So, let's go in with this one, which is in the shade Total Gold, which is in that shade. You know, I bought the mini one. And so, you know, I gave it to her. She, you know, she was like, well, you've already bought it. And, you know, she wasn't following the whole what he did drama. You know, she wasn't into makeup so heavily that she was watching tutorials or knew who was who. You know, she just knew what she saw on IG posts and whatnot, and oh, that's really pretty, that's really shining, blah blah blah. So, you know, I gave her the palette, the mini one, like I said, the mini one. But I kind of stepped back from buying anything Morphe. It didn't stop me from using it because I'd already spent my money on it. I was not on camera, So I wasn't promoting it, influencing it, whatever. But, you know, I was just very disappointed that they chose money over morals. But therein again, you know, I had to really sit back and say, well, you know, he's already been paid, I'm sure. The contract was like, okay, yeah, here's X amount of money for this palette. Now I'm going to do this eye. And I think I am going to do a different look. Instead of using this row, the middle row of these really intense, I'm going to just use some other stuff. So, and I'm going to start with this pretty pink right there. I personally felt that when the controversy came out, that Morphe should have immediately pulled, and if I'm remembering this wrong, please correct me in the comments, in a nice, constructive way, not you're stupid, Jennifer, you don't know what you're talking about. Please. I mean, I am almost 50 years old. My memory ain't the greatest. But my thought was that they should have immediately pulled it. Took the loss. Whatever. But 'twas not to be. I think they did discount it. But anyway, this palette, I can't remember if I got this palette before or after that, but their website had a really good sale. And when Morphe has good sales, they have good sales. They had a good sale. So, you know, I bought this palette, and now I'm gonna go in with Very Good, which is this one, which looks bright pink, but it's more of a, well, the name of it is Very Good, so it is more of a berry tone. But anyway, and now while I don't purchase directly from Morphe that much, they do have my favorite brush, and at my Ulta, and I haven't seen it online, which is the M504, which is this brush right here. You know, I do order that brush there. Now I'm going to go in with Rock's Own, which is a very, very dark purple, which is this one. And I'm just going to put a little bit of that. I'm using a very small little brush. But I had these palettes, and there's no sense in them collecting more dust when I can use them. The last Morphe palette that I purchased was the last one that Jaclyn Hill did with them. I can't remember what it was called, but it's a small, it's a palette about this long and this wide. Go with this one, which is in the shade Marvelous. It's just not someone that brought anything to my viewing happiness, if that's... I did not like the way he talked. I did not like his overall I'm better than everybody attitude. He was not in my age bracket for someone that I enjoyed watching. If that makes any bit of sense, probably not. But just didn't. It just didn't. So, therefore, I did not watch him. And to this day, I don't. I think he is deplorable. And I'm very disappointed that a very affordable brand, Morphe, supported him for as long as they did. And I'm not the only one. I'm not alone in my opinion on that, judging by some of the other videos that I've seen. The one thing that I would agree with in that whole drama-getting situation, and by no means am I excusing what went down and what happened, was I'm going in with Strike a Pose, which is this one, and I'm just going to lightly tap that sort of over here. When Shane Dawson put out his response statement, I don't even remember why he did it, but one of the sentences that he used was, did he think James Charles, something about he needed a slice of humble pie. That I did agree with. That's not agreeing with any of the shit Shane Dawson did either. But these eyes look almost, well, all except the crease, but they look almost alike. Oh well. But I do have Morphe palettes that I need to play with. I don't have many. I have this one. I forgot what the other one was called, but it's got a lot of purple tones in it too. I think several YouTubers collaborated on it, and they each have their own little you know, square portion or whatever you want to call it in the palette. Oh, I like how that did. I took a little bit of Catch the Light, which is this shade, and I just took that same brush that I had a really dark, my darkest one, before I realized I grabbed that one. I just kind of, you know, dug it in there and just sweeped it over top of the whole lid right here. And I like that, really like that. Okay. I love happy little accidents. Now, let's try it on this side by using, let's see, this is a satiny shade, but it is called Perfection, which is this one. So, if you guys want to see some videos with Morphe palettes, I don't have many. I have both Jaclyn Hill Morphe palettes. I have the Jaclyn Hill one that I was talking about. I have this one, and I have another one that's this size that has, where several creators participated, and it's made almost just like this. It has a center row of shimmers, toppers, putty light, whatever you want to call them. I didn't watch launch videos for any of this, so I don't really know what they're called. For the inner corner, I'm going to use that Perfection. Actually, yeah, damn it, I went right in the wrong shade. Here we go. This is the final look that I came up with using my Morphe palette. And I'm really, really happy for what it looks like. Let me give you guys a close-up. All right, my loves, this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry it went a little dark, but, you know, I had to make my stance. I had to explain, you know, and y'all know I love to talk and love to ramble and get off topic and take forever to tell a story. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. I hope you consider subscribing if you're not already. Hope you give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I love the honesty and I love constructive criticism. I absolutely have no problems with that at all. Be beautiful, be kind, and I'll see you in the next video.